Okay, here's a thought for you. What if the single most important skill a pilot could ever learn is actually how to lose control? Sounds kind of crazy, right? Well, today we're going to climb into the cockpit and demystify one of the most fundamental lessons in all of aviation, the power-off stall.
Just picture this for a second. You're up there, flying. The roar of the engine just fades away to a whisper. The controls in your hands feel all soft and sluggish, almost like they're not connected to anything. Then you feel the shudder run through the whole plane, and suddenly the nose just pitches hard toward the ground.
What you just experienced is an aerodynamic stall. It's that exact moment a plane's wings stop generating enough lift to actually fly. Now, that sounds absolutely terrifying. So it begs the question, why on earth would any pilot practice doing this on purpose, over and over again?
Well, the answer's pretty simple, actually. It's all about mastery. It's about taking a situation that could be incredibly dangerous, breaking it all down in a safe and controlled environment, and turning a potential disaster into a reflexive, life-saving skill.
This specific maneuver is what we call a power-off stall, and its purpose is incredibly specific. It's designed to simulate an accidental stall during what is arguably the most critical phase of any flight, that final approach, right before you touch down on the runway.
So how do they do it? This isn't some random, chaotic event. No, it's a very deliberate, step-by-step procedure that carefully and safely walks the airplane right up to the very edge of what it's capable of.
Everything, and I mean everything, starts with safety. First, the pilot performs what are called clearing turns to make absolutely sure the sky around them is empty. Then they configure the plane exactly as if they're about to land. Power gets pulled all the way back, flaps go down. After that, they establish a nice, steady descent. And then comes the key part. They slowly and very smoothly start pulling back on the controls, raising the nose, and intentionally letting the airspeed drop off until the plane just can't fly anymore.
Now, as the plane is slowing down, the pilot isn't just staring at the instruments. Oh no, they're feeling and listening to everything. The engine gets quiet, the view out the front is nothing but sky, the controls start to feel all loose and mushy, you could say, because there's just not as much air flowing over them. And then you get the final warnings. A really loud, obnoxious horn starts blaring, and you feel this low vibration, a shaking called a buffeting. The airplane is literally screaming at you that it's about to stop flying.
And then, it happens. The wings exceed their critical angle of attack. Now, this isn't about how fast you're going. It's all about the angle of the wing compared to the air hitting it. The air separates from the wing, lift vanishes, and the nose breaks, pitching down, sometimes pretty dramatically.
But here's the thing. The stall itself isn't really the lesson. The lesson is all about what comes next, the recovery. That's the whole point of the exercise. And it's a super clean, practiced, three-step sequence.
The very instant that stall happens, the recovery begins. First, and this is the most important part, you push the yoke forward. That lowers the nose, reduces that angle of attack, and gets the wings flying again almost instantly. At the same time, you smoothly apply full power to get your speed back. And finally, you start bringing the flaps up, bit by bit, to clean up the airplane and let it climb away safely.
But you see, this is way more than just a mechanical checklist. Practicing stalls teaches a much, much deeper lesson about how to handle an airplane when it's right on the edge. It's not about being strong, it's all about finesse.
And this quote from our source material just perfectly captures the most profound and honestly the most counterintuitive part of this whole thing. The pilot says, when you feel it break, all you have to do is just simply let go. The airplane's already flying again. Just let go.
Think about it. The panicked, untrained reaction is to fight the plane, right? To grab the controls in a death grip and pull back even harder, which is literally the worst thing you could do. The professional reality is the complete opposite. It's about relaxing that back pressure, using your fingertips for small, precise inputs. An airplane is designed to fly. It wants to fly. A lot of the time, all you have to do is stop forcing it into the stall, and it'll start flying all by itself.
And that, right there, is the ultimate takeaway from this whole maneuver. It's a physical lesson, but it's got this kind of philosophical truth baked right in. In the air, and maybe in a lot of other things too, sometimes the only way to really get control back is to have the courage and the training to simply let go.